Hey, Adam Culbertson here. Before we begin, we got a promo from another independent podcast, so when you finish this episode, make sure you go and check them out.
In a world with many podcasts pilfering dungeons and slaying dragons, there is one where heroes come in many shapes and sizes. Small and large, guests and regulars. Their challenges vary from world to world as it touches many realms. From a world reaching the breaking point, to another where adventurers find the attitude to claim the power inside and save the day, to yet another where fiction has breached the walls of reality. Dungeons and Pop is a tabletop variety podcast which showcases pop culture in formats both in-game and out, as we strive to not be your typical D&D. We utilize a number of third-party supplements and homebrews, such as lasers and liches for D&D. We release alternating arcs and segments every Wednesday morning and can be found at dungeonsandpop.podbean.com and on the Cast Junkie Discord server.
Steel your mind for eldritch horrors of the universe unknown. For what is to follow is a tale of intrigue, mystery, and madness. You're listening to Microphones and Monsters. So that part in the middle that rose up and it's like forming all those things that I just described, like that's the nucleus, that's the dread source. You can move in the pool, like you can still move in the pool, but you wouldn't be able to move closer to the nucleus. You can move around and like spread out or something, but you wouldn't be able to move closer to the nucleus.
Gotcha.
Okay. So it is a ranged fight, unless you have some means to get next to it.
I'll just pick Aleister up and
willingly, but well, that is pretty unwilling. How about instead, Aleister just Eldritch blasts you up there? I mean, you need to be in melee range, right?
Let's check the list. Lightning gun, lightning.
How far away are we from it?
All of you would be able to do ranged attacks against it.
Okay. Cool. Like my wraps have a 40-foot range.
Yeah,
my ninja stars
you're
only
safe.
have 20.
Really? Just 20?
Yeah.
Wow, that's weird.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, it's 20 with the max of 60. The wraps have a straight 40 because they're a weirdo unique thing. The
magical.
The shurikens have a 20-foot, with a 60-foot disadvantage,
Gotcha.
How far it is also kind of matter. Well, the thing is, Gabby's affected, but her Zord isn't, in my understanding.
That's right. It's not a living thing. It doesn't have fear.
I guess the question kind of becomes...
Hey, there's
I guess the question becomes like whether or not the mech is acting of its own accord.
The way it's described, it has a mind of its own, but it still follows directions because I guess what I mean to say is if Gabby's in the mech and directing the mech to go towards it, that might be a violation. But if the mech is separate and the mech just goes towards it, or even if Gabby sends the mech towards it and isn't actually moving towards it herself, then that's probably fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because Gabby's not inside the mech right now.
And they shall know no fear.
Yeah, the mech just does what it's told.
All right, try not to die. Y'all want to keep same initiative order?
I don't remember what that order was. If I'm gonna be honest.
It was from whatever we had in the previous combat.
Yeah,
I think it was Aleister, me, Gabby, then Julian. I think.
Okay.
I have it written down. That's so we're good. I'll call it if y'all want to keep that initiative because y'all kind of broke initiative.
Yeah,
We kind of did.
Slightly. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Yeah, I'm
It wasn't on
good with
purpose.
All right, so y'all got the setting in your head. You know what's going on.
Yes.
Yes, we're going to die.
Aleister, you're up next. No.
No to the die part. Yes to the Aleister going
Okay.
next.
Yeah.
Or you're up first.
So, let me just double check on something really quick.
Adam, idea for a meme. Look at the time, and you can interchange with either Eldritch Blast, Lightning Gun, or hit him with the wraps, and have that as every time on the clock.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the time.
I do have one other attack thing that I can do besides the wrap.
Yes, the barrels.
Yeah,
Say
got one
something
barrel left.
condescending.
Although if I get corrosive fluid barrel, that's acid. So that
will
probably won't help very
actually
much.
power him up. That would be bad.
Yes.
So let's just try something a little different because I can.
You
I know,
dim door,
guys.
I swear to God.
Like, well, this is the wrong room. Bye.
This is sticky. I don't know about this one.
Hey, quick question for Gabby. Is Gabby's like ranger suit? It is magical, right?
Let me make. I believe. Armor or something.
Yeah, henshin armor should be magic or work as a magical item. Since it makes you.
It's replaces armor design. It's up to you. It makes it sound like it's magical without saying it's magical.
Okay, it turns you from an ordinary person to a magical, strong adventurer. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because it says it's
All
like
right,
a piercing
continue.
but resistant to attacks, arcing and sparking its bullets that would normally tear such fabric.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
So now's probably the time to try this because if I'm ever going to try it, it'll be now. Whether or not it'll be terribly effective, but I'm just going to try anyway. So I'm going to actually cast a mental prison at the nucleus thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So important notes on this that probably have some bearing on whether or not this even works. There is a save, but if it is resistant to being charmed, then it automatically succeeds the save. And then the second part of this is psychic damage. So I guess really you just need to let me know whether it saves or not, whether you have to roll it or not, and then let me know if I need to bother rolling psychic damage.
All right, and we win. It was a short fight, guys.
Man, this is getting a little dicey there for a second.
I almost had to use my Cardic. Inspiration.
Yeah, I'm imagining if like Cardic Inspiration instead was like Community Chest.
Guys, it's gonna be okay. I got second place in the beauty contest.
Go to jail? Oh no.
Now I need to know whether second place in the beauty contest was actually community chest or whether it was chance.
It was
I hate to be wrong about that kind of thing. It was one of the 16 community chest cards, so
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I am vindicated.
You are vindicated.
you are vindicated.
Also, I have a whole bunch of little mystery mini things from the Funko, and one of them is the little pink Power Ranger.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
I also have a mini Rita Repulsa.
Oh wow. That
I
is
That's
somehow
great.
drew like the two females. These are the only two Power Ranger mystery mini things that I got just because they were like, I was like at the Manifest on South Boulevard and it was just like they were like $2 or something in the clearance section. I was like, sure, you know.
Hell yeah.
And then I got the
Okay.
girls.
That's awesome.
All right. So it is not immune to. Okay. So what?
Well,
what's the save?
firstly, if it's not immune or resistant to charm, then it needs to roll an intelligence saving throw. versus DC 17.
And this is a spell too, right?
It is a spell, yes.
It's not a bad DC.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully this pile of filth is not intelligent.
Yeah, it succeeds because it's actually a 30 on the saving throw.
Yeah, that beats it by a little bit.
Yes.
Does it take psychic damage?
Gods
I'm
be like
guessing
that
it's not going to
sometimes.
get stunned.
Yeah,
It can take psychic damage. Yeah.
Okay.
Strike him.
To be fair, if I couldn't stunning strike,
So it's
small piles of
26
goo.
psychic damage.
All right.
There we go. That's got to be good, right? At least it did some decent damage.
But
Probably.
you still have that field there, right? Or no? Or it just does
No.
the psychic? Okay.
No, the rest of it only happens if it fails the save.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just
So it never
5d10
happens.
psychic damage if
It's
just 5d10 psychic damage if you save.
Okay.
Oh, if it fails, it gets worse.
Yeah.
I would
It
imagine.
gets
Oh, yeah,
much
bad.
worse.
And that's it for Aleister?
Yeah, and he'll stay firmly atop Victor.
Victor. Okay.
That's right.
All right. Let's see. And we got Victor.
Yeah, Victor's going to pet Aleister and weep.
You gotta rub his fur to create like a static charge to power him up.
Yeah. Can I pet him and to charge up and use his Eldritch Blast as a cannon? On
Just get a balloon and rub it really hard against him.
Is that flanking? I don't know. I don't even know how flanking normally works, let alone how our rules work. All right.
Petting
Victor,
the cat is flanking.
Don't know what to do.
Are you damaged?
No. Victor is
Victor
going
stayed at
to...
a pretty safe distance the whole time.
Yeah. Victor is going to try to hit this thing with his wraps because he has no other things that he can do that are relatively safe at the moment.
You could attempt to drink the goop.
Yeah, he's not Julian.
You never know.
And the goop doesn't appear to be dead, so I don't think it'll help.
We have the suspicion that it's made of dead stuff.
It's moving around an awful lot. That would be a 24 and a 21 to hit.
Those are good rolls.
They both hit.
All right, cool. Okay, so I'll roll some damage now. The first one will be a 9 damage. The second will be more. 13 damage. So Victor has done 9 plus 13. 22.
All right. And how are you hitting? Like what type of damage?
Oh, I think I'm gonna go for bludgeoning. Like Victor's gonna like just throw his arms straight forward, like Mr. Fantastic, his hands like straight out, like not his real hands, but yeah, kind of like almost like a little when you've got like the little boxing glove on a spring. Because I imagine the rats are
because they're spoiling. Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
And it's gonna come out and just like if there's any sort of head-looking object on this thing or a focal point, it's just like one of the fists is gonna like kind of try to sweep in from the left and one's gonna sweep in from the right, so like Victor's like arms are gonna like go out and like the wraps are gonna like fling inward and sort of try to punch it around the same area but from both directions, left and right.
You doing like a Three Stooges, like hit him on both sides of the head?
Hit him on both sides.
Yeah. Then the wraps are gonna like stick 2 fingers out and just
I
poke
poke.
it in the eyes.
Yeah, but then the goop does this. Blocks
puts
it.
its hand up.
Wise guy. All right, 22
Victor will
damage.
sort of-
Bludgeoning.
Yeah, 22 damage, and then Victor's just sort of... Victor will take because my turn lasts like a couple seconds or whatever, however it is. Victor's just gonna like pull the wraps back real quick and like observe. Like, did anything happen?
All right. So did the fists get bigger or anything? Like they get?
Yeah.
course,
like because
do.
this thing is. I don't remember if you said how large this is. Like is it small? It's a small size, maybe. Small size, right? Extra small. Pocket size.
No, it's not small.
I can dream.
Like it's like a 15-foot square.
Okay. Yeah, so like Victor would have like
Or 15 feet square. Yeah.
like the fist would have like enlarged a little bit. So like instead of being like this regular size of a fist, like I said, like those big boxing gloves. So it's probably like 2-3
and you're just
times
squishing
bigger
in
than a
between
regular
it.
fist. Yeah.
You're using like the Hulk hands.
All right, so
Exactly.
you do that and you punch it at the top, like it's still like in the process of like squirming and growing its way up as you're just like, nah, man, and you smash the fish and fists on both sides of it, and a part of the top of it flies off of it from like it pops like a pimple in your fist, and a chunk of it falls on the ground. And it starts forming one of those filth things.
Oh, man.
Oh, so like one of the ones we did in the hallway?
Yeah.
Okay. Delightful. So that's gross. Victor thinks
Yes.
that's gross.
He'll begin to do a cry.
Yeah. Victor will start. Like, how close is that to us? Did it like plop down closer?
Can't wait.
No, it actually it plops like a little bit to the side of him, or to the side of the nucleus, and it forms one of those things, and then it creates these like spraying hoses off of its body, and it's just like filling the air around it with this like pheromone type stuff, but it's not within the range that the pheromones are spraying everywhere.
That's the one
terrible.
that just popped off, or the big thing?
The one that popped off.
The one that popped off?
Yep.
Okay. And we're not close to these pheromone things yet. It would have to move closer to us, right?
Yeah. But you just notice that it's spraying this like kind of just stuff in the air, just creating this like cloud around it within like
gas.
a 10-foot area. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'm just trying to assess the situation.
It's bad.
I'm gonna use the key point.
Ooh.
Yep.
Try to not use too many of them, but I'm gonna use a key point, and Victor's gonna focus on that thing, and it's got like all these little tubies coming off of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Victor's going to like throw out with his wraps again, and try to like cut those little tubies off, because it's worked in the past. When he cuts off the thing, it stops whatever the effect is. So he's going to try to do that with both wraps.
Okay.
First is 23. The second is 19 to hit.
They both hit.
First hit for 10, second hit for 9. So 19 damage on that thingy. And like the wraps this time are very sharp. So Victor's shooting out his he's swinging his arms around like and creating like razor sharp edges on these wraps to try to sweep around this thing and cut any of those things that are hanging on it off, so that whatever this stuff that's coming out will stop, because stuff that came out before certainly didn't treat Gabby very well, so he doesn't need
sort of-
yeah,
people
you're successful. Yeah, you're successful in cutting all those tubes.
Is it like some murderous, wacky, inflatable arm flailing tube man?
Yeah, with a lot of little tubes coming off of it and wiggling around,
Gross.
No.
spraying
And-
out pheromones.
And I think that's what Victor's got right now. Like, and just in case the others didn't notice what Victor was doing, he'll just be like, it made more of those things from the hallway. Victor doesn't care that it wasn't multiple. It's
Yeah.
It's multiplying.
Were you moving at all, or are you staying where you were?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's anywhere safer to move right now, except if I can, maybe just move
Off
a
planet?
little bit. Yeah, exactly. Victor will leave the planet. I don't.
People need him.
I'm with Aleister, right? Yeah, Aleister's on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Victor might move a little bit further away in sort of the little circle around to where he's maybe further away from the thing that just popped off, if that's possible. Not really.
All right, so
far
we'll
away
say
from the other
with
guys,
you looking straight at it, it popped off to your left next to it, so you can move right.
Yeah. So Victor
around
Victor will
the edge.
move a little bit right, away from it, with Aleister, like he'll hold Aleister in place so Aleister doesn't get, jostled off or anything like that.
Yay.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. And you're maintaining same distance, so you'll be able to hit everything. Gabby, it is your turn.
Hey, Adam, I need advice on something because it's something that didn't come up in our game, but I realized how the weapon I get from being a henchman is worded. It mentions it creates the ammunition as I use it. So would that mean the loading property? Because I have a heavy crossbow for one of the forms, would it still be once per one attack per turn? Since
If it creates the ammo, there's no reloading in process to be done.
All right, that's what I figured.
Perfect.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, Gabby is going to she's gonna raise her crossbow and charge energy into it because she's gonna try an explosive finisher. It's all or nothing now.
All right.
Okay, so a 9 probably doesn't hit. Wait, well, do I want to use my cardiac? No.
Now I'm making an 11. I don't think that thing's gonna get hit by an 11, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. So Gabby kind of shoots a lightning bolt off in the distance. She's like, crap. Okay, and then she's gonna resteady herself and just fire normally. What sucks is the first one was a 19.
Yeah. Wait, you're not rolling disadvantage on your attacks, are you? We don't have disadvantage.
Hold on, you're rolling
The
disadvantage?
explosive finisher has to.
Oh, because
Okay.
It's one of those roll with a disadvantage and you get a bonus. But the next attack is a 1 on the dice.
Okay.
You did say you switched out your dice, right? Because I'm starting to.
I
not believe
did. I did. And the worst part was the first one that was a 19 and a 4. Or 19 and a 5 the first time. But yeah, that's the one for my second attack.
And that's another bolt of lightning coming out of your crossbow.
It would just be a normal bolt because I only had one explosive finisher left and I used it on the first attack.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, the explosive finisher. It strikes the wall where the filth has gone up the wall, like the pool, and everything is just kind of covering this whole room. Like whatever was in this room, it just looks like you're in a cave of filth at this point, of what once used to be a room that you don't know how it looked to begin with. And then the crossbow bolt just like the nucleus just like bends to dodge both of them, and it's just like it's moving really well. All right.
I'm not using this one anymore. This is the one that got the 1. And I think it's the one that got the 4 too.
And are you doing anything else?
I think she would move in the opposite direction of Victor and kind of call out. We spread out might divide its. She's like we spread out might divide its attention.
Be careful over there.
All right.
And then the Zord would also follow her, but it would probably stop about halfway. Like she's trying to make make herself more targets. Maybe draw some fire.
All right.
Oh, and she would use a bonus action. You see kind of a glow go around the Zord, and it heals for. Using a bonus action, use my last Ring of Healing Surge. And then it should heal 2.
This is not going well.
You sure you're not rolling
was
like a D4 or something by accident?
Yeah.
No, it was a 2. It was a 2 on the D10. It
You're rolling
slipped
a
out of my
D2?
hand though.
I've got a D2 right here.
Here's what you should do. You need to take those dice, melt them down, and bury them.
Actually, I'm going to attempt fate. I'm bringing out the metal dice for my next roll. They deserve a little love. The next boss battle, I'm not even running.
All right, so there's gonna be a tendril that pops up out of the pool in front of you, Victor, and it's going to this nerve string is going to be like this little slimy, just like string just comes out and it lashes at you like a whip.
Does it accidentally hit Aleister by chance? I don't have a fun react.
Lean into it with Aleister.
Yeah.
That's a 23 to hit.
That hits.
All right, it's going to do 13 piercing damage and 10 slashing damage.
Ow.
And give me a strength saving throw.
Hold on. Let me do the damage first real quick. So 13,
okay.
10 slashing damage, and then 13. I don't care what kind it is. 13. So that's 8. So I'm down to 50 HP. And you said a strength saving throw?
Yes.
11.
I will add 5 to that with Flash of Genius, making that a 16.
That doesn't count as a disadvantage for ability checks, does it?
It's a saving throw.
That's
okay. I wasn't sure. Okay. I still get all those slightly confused, even though they have different names.
Yeah. You've already used your Cardic or no?
No, I have. You know what? Sure. Let's make it a 15. That might do it. It's a 4. What am I?
Well, no. Plus another
plus
5 from.
Yeah, because I give you.
Oh yeah, that makes it 20 then.
All right. You succeed. It tries to grab you as it lashes and like stabs into you.
Mm-hmm.
But you're able to actually, as it's starting to get its grip on you, you're able. What do you do to rip it off of you?
The wraps.
Since you 6 saved.
The wraps suddenly expand and try to like loosen the grip, so like they get real big all of a sudden, kind of like a blowfish, and so whatever it was using to sort of grab me, it just sort of pops it off.
You do the cartoon thing where you put your thumb in your mouth and blow really hard, and you just get.
Yeah, well, the way I see it is, it's the wraps. Sort of like the wraps didn't want it on there, and I didn't want it on there, and I was able to muster enough willpower to sort of just like rapidly pop them off, you know, like and
nice.
snap
and
the
then
nerve
Aleister,
endings or whatever.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you snap the nerve endings and chunks of it fall back in and absorb into the pool.
Yeah.
And then Aleister
one
freaks
chunk
out
hits
and grips
Aleister.
into you with his claws.
It wouldn't
and
have
then
expanded
you pop like a
Aleister.
balloon.
Wow. All right, cool. And
The blowfish didn't add the dignity that save required, but it was a good description.
no, that's great. I like it.
Since when has Victor been about dignity?
In fact,
And
let's
we are
retcon that
at-
Spikes came out too.
Oh, Spikes came out. All right.
Yeah, they also did damage, and then killed it.
Yes, and killed the
But
bad
it was
guy.
moral.
Yay.
It was moral damage. Wasn't physical damage.
Yeah,
It's like oh.
I lowered its spirits.
All right, Julian.
Okie dokie. I will look at Gabby's last, seeing how it's fairly. You saying something?
I do want to point out one thing. When y'all do move, it is difficult terrain, and
Yeah,
you're only
figured.
able to move half your moving speed.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
I don't think that affects me because I'm mobile. I can double check that.
Probably not.
I think difficult
Okay.
terrain doesn't bother me because of the mobile feat.
Oh, okay.
I'll look it up.
But what were you saying, Julian?
But yeah, I'll see Gabby's latest move or whatever, and seeing it's very reminiscent of lightning attacks that I had before. So
Yeah.
I'll shoot Gabby a glance and be like, no, that's not how it's done. This is how it's done. And I will fire a lightning gun shot with 5 charges into big giant slimy wriggling mass of bleh.
All right.
That's a D20.
I have to use the dash action to nullify the difficult terrain.
That's a 20.
Yeah.
Not a nat 20, but dirty
20 hits.
Dirty 20. Okay. All right.
A filthy 20.
The filthy.
And you're shooting the nucleus, right?
Yes. Shooting the nucleus. Shooting the nukie. So that is going to be 5d10.
Tootsie frootsie nukie.
Gets you tootsie frootsie ice cream.
Tootsie frootsie. We brought it back. I forgot about that all week.
All right, so that is going to be 36 lightning damage.
Woo!
36. Wow.
Pow.
All right, so how are you shooting this thing with lightning? Like, what are you doing?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a braced firing stance, similar to the way I was doing before with the different mech mode, but I don't really just get any bonuses for it. It's just kind of like my natural reaction to firing the shoulder-mounted version of the lightning gun. So I'm actually going to do two things. I'm going to fire straight through the nucleus of the nucleus, and then I'm actually going to track and then fire a second lightning gun shot, not as powerful, but basically kind of like shooting a lightning, like a lightning pulse, and then dragging it over towards like the little slime eruption that was just birthed.
Okay, so you're
eruption.
shooting both.
Yeah, so I'm
You're
shooting
doing
twice.
2 shots.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I can only do a charge shot. The other charge has to be just one charge.
Okay.
So, second roll is not as good. That is a 14.
Okay, yeah, that misses.
Okay.
Yeah,
Rats.
you haven't quite got down how to arc the
Yeah.
lightning to other targets as you're shooting one. But with that hit, with a 20 and 36 damage, a couple things happen. So first, you notice like you're striking it, and it's like boiling it, and like it boils and like plops off another chunk of itself on the ground. And as you're cutting into it with that, you notice that there is something inside of it that is not filth. Like it lights up from the lightning strike that you see for a second, and then it like forms back over it. But that thing that lands on the ground,
it's different.
it's another one of those shrieking mouth with the filth possessing the stalked mouth on the top of its body, and it's just constantly shrieking. And
It's pleasant.
everybody give me a wisdom saving throw.
Hey everybody, it's Steven. So once again, we are fighting piles of goo, or I guess pile of goo. In this case, it seems to be the source of all the goo on this planet anyway. Our attacks haven't been 100% effective so far. Aleister could not put this seemingly very, very intelligent goo in a mental prison. Gabby couldn't do an explosive finisher. Victor got a couple slashes in, but it just made more bad guys, and Julian barely got a hit in on it. Yeah, 1 out of 2, and apparently there's something in there that's not goo, which it's nice that there's something in this room that isn't goo or filth or sludge or whatever we were calling it. I think it was filth. So hopefully that's not what's making us roll wisdom saves. I don't think it is, but Adam's putting us in a mental prison whenever he makes us fight this kind of stuff. That's the way I look at it. Anyway, if you want to learn more about us, check out mikesandmonsters.com. It's got all of our stuff on there, all the information about all the different productions we have. Got links to cool stuff like fan art, a merch store. It's got a link to our Patreon if you want to support us directly. You do get a couple extra bonus things. You get some stuff in advance, and we're just and it helps support the show. It helps us keep doing it. And so we're super grateful to all the patrons we already have, and look forward to anyone else who just wants to support what we're doing. All music in this episode was written and produced by Marco Mazzei of Fallen Highway Studios. And that's about all I got for you today. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Make sure to tune into the next episode of Microphones and Monsters. Have a good one, everybody.